Good morning and welcome to our live crafting session today. My name's Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm glad to say that I'm finally back crafting live. So apologies for the brief disappearance, but I'm back now, and our regular slots will continue as from next week. So that will be Monday and Wednesday mornings at 10 AM and then Tuesday and Thursday evenings at 7 PM. So today I'm going to be using a brand new stamp set. As you can see here, it's called Love Cats, and this is from our forthcoming mini catalogue, which starts on the 5th of January. As you can see, it features cats, so perfect for those that obviously love cats. And it features 3 main cat images, which you can sort of put in various positions on the card. And then it has 3 sentiments that go with it. I love hanging out with you, head over heels about you, and hi there Valentine. So obviously the sentiment's very much aimed as a Valentine's type card, but I think the images work for any time. This is the card that we're going to make today, and I'm using, as well as the new cat stamp, I'm using some new papers. These are also available in the new mini catalogue, and these are called Country Gingham, and I know many people like me love a gingham design. And this pack has 48 sheets, and there are 2 main colours on one side, so Sweet Sorbet and Petal Pink, and then we have a Balmy Blue, and I'm just double checking, yeah, Mint Macaron, I thought it was, with assorted gingham designs. So there are 4 main designs. We have the sort of very traditional gingham here. We have one in a crisscross formation, and we have a larger version of that, and oh, that's it, I beg your pardon, there's 3, but 4 different colours. So that's on one side, and then we have the other colours on the reverse, the Petal Pink and the Sweet Sorbet, which are these ones here. So nice, bright, cheerful, great spring colours as well. These are going to be perfect for spring, Easter cards and things like that. So if you are watching live, do say hi, let me know that you're here. I can see that some of you have joined us, thank you. Okay, let me tuck these away before I lose them and they slip everywhere. So these are 6x6, as you can see. And what I've done is, for this card, I've got a standard white card base, which is an A4 card cut in half at 14.85 and scored at 10.5 centimetres. I've cut a piece of the gingham, and I just do love this Sweet Sorbet, but you could easily switch that over if you wanted to. And this measures 10 centimetres by 14.35. That gives just a small sort of 2.5mm border all the way around. In doing that, this little piece here gets cut off because obviously this is larger than the card, and so I can use that to pop on the inside of the card for extra decoration. And for the stamping, I'm going to be using one of my favourite scallop contours dies, which has got the scallop edge and then the stitching along the side. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. So let's pop these to one side and do the stamping. Now, because this is a solid black, solid stamp that I'm going to ink up in black, I'm actually going to use my Stamparatus for the purpose of inking and stamping, only so that I can stamp it multiple times if I need to get a really crisp image. It depends on your ink, for one. So let's just take this off and position this for you. So I'm going to do this one this way round just for a change. So I'm just lining this up. I've just got a bit of washi tape in here that I'm going to use for my lining up. I'm going to position that on there. And then I'm going to pop my cat. So I've chosen the cat hanging over the line. But there are the other two designs here as well. There's this one and this one here, so these will be featuring later on. So what I'm going to do, let me just lift that out of the way for the minute. I can do it that way, I don't know why I did it that way, I'm sure. Is pop my stamp on, so just make sure my stamp is clean to start with, and decide where my cat is going to go. Now you could have him sort of hanging over the corner if you wanted to, and I just got mine just a little way down from the top, so I've got plenty of space for my sentiment underneath, like so. I'm going to pop my plate on and pick up my cat. Wasn't exactly clean, was it? I'm going to get another piece. Not quite sure what I did there. Okay. Right, so let's pop this on here. So just using that to line it up, and then I've got my magnet across the side so it doesn't interfere. Hiya, Claire. And so there's my cat's going to go on there, and I'm sorry about the reflection. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up with our Memento Black. Now I happen to have a black cat, so this is perfect. But what I will do when I show you this stamp set again is show you some different ways of colouring. So you could obviously have it as a grey cat, for example. That'd be very easy. But also things like ginger cats or black and white cats. I'm going to show you how to get that effect. But for today, just ease ourselves in gently. Just going to stamp that across the top like that. Now I could put my sentiment on exactly the same time if I want to. I'm just going to do this one first to start with. And if I was doing multiples of these, I would set this up and then do all of the stamping, and then I've just got a little bit of colouring in to do. Right, I'm just trying to keep it out of that. Reflection for you. So I'm going to ink up our stamp. Now if you've got a very juicy stamp, you may not need to pop it on the Stamparatus, but I find with the Memento ink sometimes it needs more than one layer of stamping because it's a solid stamp. Okay, hi Claire. Okay, no worries, thank you. Hi Fran, good morning to you. So we're just going to pop that down. Now, I treated myself to something new before Christmas, and that's one of these, I'm trying to think what they're called, but basically advised to help you press down stamps when you're using a stamping press such as the Stamparatus. It means that you're not having to push down so hard with your fingers. You get a more even pressure. Sadly, Stampin Up don't sell these. This just came from a well-known online retailer, and if anybody is interested in the link, I can send that to you. Okay, so there's my cat. There's a little bit of patchiness there, not a great deal, but I just want it nice and crisp, so I am going to just add a little bit more over this sort of back end, like so, and do the same thing. So say it does depend on your ink, but because I want a really deep black image, still missed a bit on his tail, look, then I'm just adding an extra layer. There we go, that's perfect. So a completely solid image for my cat. Now I'm going to add my sentiment. Just going to wipe this down. I'm going to leave this in place so that I can do some more of this card later. And I'm going to add I Love Hanging Out With You. Now I know that I haven't put my label on exactly straight, so, and also it's sort of cut at an odd angle. Now you could just do it completely at an angle, but I like to keep mine fairly straight. So what I do for that, just cover this one up, is I take my plate out and then I'm going to line the wording up with the lines on the grid underneath. Okay, now I know I've got plenty of space, so I'm just going to start it somewhere and then move it if I need to. Like so. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I need to move it a little bit further over to the middle, that way. So normally, if I was doing this, I would position this on my card, but because this is cut at a slightly funny angle, it's not sort of, because it's not a straight stamp or stamp cut out. That's better. And hopefully I've got that nice and straight. So all I'm going to do now is ink the sentiment up. Sorry, I know that's glaring, isn't it? So now I've got this in position. Hi Carol. I'll soon be able to wish you, I'll wish you a forthcoming Happy New Year. It's a bit late to say Happy Christmas, isn't it? It's a bit early for a New Year, but... So there we go, and I'm just going to use my pressing tool to do that. There we go. So now I've got my cat and my sentiment. So now I've got it in position. One of the benefits, obviously, of using the Stamparatus, not only to get a nice crisp image, is that I can repeat this multiple times. So let's just pop another one on and do that while I'm there. Now, the new catalogue, as I said, comes out on the 5th of January, together with our celebration brochure. One of the things that is different is that some of the stamp sets you can choose whether you have it in red rubber, so what we call cling mount because it clings to the block, or you can choose them in photopolymer. Not all of them, but I thought that's a really interesting new development. Some people like one, some people prefer the other. Obviously for positioning, your photopolymer sets are the best. But sometimes for a really crisp image, especially when you've got a larger image, for example, you might select the red rubber. So if you look in the catalogue, I can't show it to you online until it goes live, you'll see there is an option to choose whichever you prefer. Okay, there we go. Still missed his tail. I think I haven't quite put that in, that's why. There we go. Okay, so you can continue stamping all of your little cats out. Oh yes, that's true, Fran. Yes, I think I did that to start with and then rearranged it to straighten it up. A good point. Right, so just a little bit of colouring, entirely up to you really. I've just added a little bit of real red for my heart. I could use sweet sorbet because that would match the papers. And then a little bit of colour for the eyes. So they could be green, they could be yellow, whatever you prefer. So literally the tiniest amount of colouring in, and you could leave the nose, or you could do a little bit of pink. I've got a little bit of light flirty flamingo. Let's pop that in there. Okay, and so now we can create our card. So I've got our card base and this lovely gingham paper. So standard A6 card base. Going to pop our sweet sorbet on, but as I say, these gingham designs are lovely. Oh, let's get the right glue, I think. One that's got a little bit more in. So just a scribble of glue on the back, near to but not right on the edge, so it doesn't pop out. This is going on the front of our card. It's just got a small border, so this is 10 centimeters by 14.35. This one I think I'm going to pop up on dimensionals just for a change. The other ones I did flat. Gosh, I've just seen a postman. That's a very rare thing around here. I haven't done any post for feels like a very long time. Okay, so just pop some dimensionals onto there, like that. And then you can either have it slightly high of centre, or you could have it in the centre, entirely up to you. I tend to go slightly high of centre. And the nice thing about the gingham is you can use the lines of the gingham to make sure it's nice and straight. And then I'm going to add this little offcut on the inside and some gems. Hi Rebecca. I hope you're well. It was lovely to see you a little while ago. Okay, there we are. So just going to put this at the bottom on the inside, like that. And obviously you could add another sentiment inside if you want to. And then I've got these lovely little flat adhesive gems. They're called Fine Sparkle Adhesive Fat Gems. So you get 4 colours. And one of those colours is Sweet Sorbet that matches the paper. So I'm just going to pop 3 of those on, and I do like these because they're nice and flat. So let's have one up here and 2 smaller ones down there, like that. I am indeed. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Much improved. Okay, so there's our finished cards. So this was my original. So I have popped this one on the right up on dimensionals, and you can see that it makes a difference because it casts a shadow behind. So that is rather nice with the dimensionals on, but it just depends on postage and things like that, depending on where you're at. So there we go, that is Love Cats. Let me just show you that. That's this one here. Very sweet if you love cats. If you don't love cats, probably not for you, unless you know somebody that loves cats. This is rather cute, and in fact, yes, I think it was this one that somebody sent me for my one of my birthday cards. Just if I could see it. Of course I can't, can I? But no, sorry. But yeah, really sweet little set if you love cats. So this is out in the January catalogue, the papers as well, and I am running a paper share that I always do for new catalogues. So if you want a little bit of all of the papers from the new catalogue, watch out for details of that. If you're not on my mailing list and you're not receiving emails for my content, but you would like to, then just private message me your email address and I'll pop you on the list, and that will make sure that you get information about what's coming up. Rebecca only bought 2 things on pre-order. Ah, this set and the motorbike. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I hope you've had fun with the motorbike set. That looks really good fun for men's cars, I have to say. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Do take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. It's beautifully sunny here today. I'm not sure how long that is actually going to last, but beautifully sunny. So I will be able to get out and enjoy the sunshine. Take the dog for a walk today. So very excited about that. So I will be back on Monday at 10 AM for our next live crafting session. I know it's sort of an overdue bank holiday, but I shall be here. So I look forward to crafting with you then. And I'm also sending out the December class in a box. That's going out shortly. And then all the new catalogues will go out, hopefully, now the post has got itself sorted. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that, and I look forward to crafting with you again soon. Thanks, Rebecca. Do take care, and Fran and Carol, Claire, and anybody else who's watching, thank you so much. Do take care, look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and I hope you can keep crafting. Bye for now.